CoreSciences is an online teaching and learning platform for GCSE science. It has been developed in line with the latest curriculum for teachers and their students. There are premium theory presentations for biology, chemistry and physics, which correspond with all the required practicals. They are easy to follow, and students can go back to them when they want to revise. These easy-to-use presentations contain all the relevant content for the latest curriculum. The online experiments follow on from the theory work you've just seen. Once you've chosen your practical, it will appear on screen with essential guidance relevant to that particular experiment chosen. When you begin, you can see how all the equipment is laid out for you, with clear equipment and working areas. The experiments have been designed to be immersive and interactive in ways not previously achieved in a virtual environment. They simulate as closely as possible the accuracy of procedure and variance in results, as would be the case in experiments carried out in the lab. There are simulations of every required practical in the science curriculum. This is an area that is one of the hardest for teachers to teach and for students to learn. So students have a unique opportunity to prepare for their exams and improve their grades. Many students and parents don't realise the practical content constitutes a minimum of 15% and as much as 35% of the marks in every exam. When these required practicals are carried out in the lab, they're often constrained by limited availability of school resources and qualified personnel to deliver them under very tight teaching timeframes. In addition to this, even when the practicals are carried out in the lab, they can often go wrong, and there's very little opportunity to repeat the procedure, resulting in frustration and a lack of understanding of what the practical is about. Students can redo the practical as many times as they like. And if things go wrong, they can either repeat the last step or restart the experiment, allowing them to always reach the end of the practical successfully, learning from their mistakes as they go. They can also repeat the experiment without instructions to see how much information they've retained and how well they've focused on the methodology. In support of the experiments, to test the knowledge gained from them and in the learning of the curriculum as a whole, teachers can instruct classes or individual students to carry out multiple choice tests on relevant topics. The number of questions and choice of topics can be selected in each case, along with the choice of revision or test mode. Using revision mode will help students see their mistakes as they go, ensuring they only move on once the correct answer has been selected, helping them to consolidate their learning. In test mode, when revision mode is deselected, students will not know which questions they answer incorrectly. Students will be given a score that will be added to their analysis. Teachers, parents and tutors have access to class and student performance analytics. Students and parents of students have access to their own performance data only. When setting up classes and student profiles, teachers and tutors can allocate targets. These targets are the benchmark against which performance is interpreted. Teachers and tutors can expand their class data to see how well these targets are being met, and to what degree they may be exceeded or are being missed. The data can be sorted on screen in different ways. To provide greater resolution on different subsets of performance, filters can be applied. So, for example, students can be filtered by gender, but also by other groupings, such as high achievers, special educational needs, and pupil premium. This provides more meaningful context to their specific performance as a group within the class. time filters can also be applied. This can be done for specific timelines and recent tests, and also for longer date ranges as well. From here, teachers and tutors can drill down on individual student performance, either by clicking directly on a student name in the class list displayed or searching by student name. Here, the individual student data is displayed, starting with a summary performance graph, which shows performance over time by subject. Expanding the information allows the user to see detailed information on the different types of assessments undertaken, either experiments or tests, and on which topics, how many times they've been attempted, their duration, and numbers of mistakes, etc. From the test data that accumulates over time, even more detailed performance analysis is available to see. This includes general test performance over time, how well the student is performing in individual topics and subtopics, and where they may be falling short of targets in very specific areas of the curriculum. CoreSciences makes monitoring student progress easier than ever before, with information available at the touch of a button, providing all kinds of detailed performance data, including equivalent grade performance. Coupled with this are individual student interventions, highlighting their areas for improvement, and even parent notifications, for parents to be notified when assessments are taking place. Teachers and tutors can also prepare performance reports effortlessly for parents' meetings and other appraisal purposes. To fill in lesson time and for general revision, there's a suite of activities for all subjects. These include worksheets which can be used in class or given out for homework, saving teachers and tutors time by not having to prepare these in advance themselves. In addition to this, there are also games for each subject that are guaranteed to make learning science fun, whilst consolidating the learning process further. CoreSciences can be used at school and at home. Teachers, parents and tutors can subscribe.